So in the previous video, we talked about thumbnail sketches and the importance of doing them to create your final project. So here I have 4 thumbnail sketches, and I want to create my final project based on one of these 4. So what I do is I look at the 4 pictures and say, okay, you know what? I really like this composition the best. I like the use of positive space, which is the object themselves, comparison to the negative space, which is the space that's left over. So this is the one I want to go with. Now, one of the biggest problems is taking that thumbnail sketch and transferring it over to a larger page. So what I like to do is I like to kind of get a visual midpoint or halfway point. So if I take go from corner to corner and draw very lightly, just draw a little X, that's the center of my page. So what I would do is I would very similar do the same thing on a larger project, is I would come over here and let's just say my larger project is here, to try to figure out how to transfer that image over by getting the composition to look, because it's very hard to get a thumbnail sketch to look like your final project. So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, I'm going to draw a very light line here to come up with my center there. Now I'll come back to this piece here and I say, all right, well, where does this intersect? And this over here, here's one triangle. Okay, so I just darken it in so you can see it. There's one triangle. Well, what's in that triangle? So if I look over here and I say, what's in that triangle? I come over here and I say, okay, well, there's the circle. And it kind of gives you a visual reference of where it is. In that triangle also, I have a part of the square and a little part of that here, which almost creates a little diamond shape there. So it makes it a lot easier for me when I'm actually trying to transfer this image over. I can see that it goes off the page over there, it goes off the page there, and I see where it goes into each one of these triangles. So that's one real good way of taking it, instead of doing an entire grid system, because again, all we're trying to do is take this small thumbnail sketch and make it onto a larger page, but it gives us an idea of the objects and the placement of the objects next to each other.